Namaste, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful queens. First of all, I apologize if I am going to jump from subject to subject in this video. There will be no cards. It's for those of you who actually want to know the truth of the truth, the eternal, immortal truth. And the truth gives you freedom. My problem is that I never prepare any certain speech which I would read. It would be easier, and so I talk. I believe that when words are coming through me, through my emotions, my heart, and everything, you hear me much better. The thing is, my beautiful queens, when you know the truth, you become free. Truth is freedom. And I probably should write it on somewhere. Truth is freedom. Maybe 50 years from now or 100 years from now, maybe I will be quoted like my favorite beautiful Rumi, or I will be quoted like Osho, or like my own twin flame, who is magnificent, absolutely orator, just like me, just like me. Anyways, beauties. So I am going to jump from subject to subject because those of you listening to me, of course, I understand that you are coming from different parts of life, different. Many of you even are still in monotheistic religions. What is monotheistic? Mono, one God, one life, one time. And I already told you. And people know about it. Of course, people had been known about it, that monotheistic religions, which in the world are three, it's Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. For those who are familiar, a little bit more well-read, educated, they know, of course, the whole three religions called Abrahamic religions. So Judaism, Islam, and the correct name is Judeo-Christianity. In science, it's called. All three religions are based, they have one base, which is Judaism. Old Testament is a short version of Torah, and Islam, believe it or not, is the Protestantic branch of Christianity, and they are not as ancient as you think or you are made believe. Anyways, why? And I'm not trying to be, here judgmental or something. I'm just the thing is, which I will explain you, you see, why with time they are not with time, they are more and more with every year nowadays, because it's quantum transition, and why they are losing its influence, because first of all, quantum transition is happening and already happened. So the part of our consciousness, it's the location of it where we have this pine nut gland, it's being activated. So whether you believe or you believe not, whether you are, whatever religion you were born, you start to see, you start to understand, you start to realize, you start to, what happens is your inner, because of course you've lived hundreds and thousands of lives, so the memories are inside of you, the knowledge is inside of you, the skills and experience, all of those experiences in life you've gone through, their memories are hidden in you, and you simply, what is waking up, you simply starting to remember. That's why even my book is called I Just Want You to Remember. Now I understand that I gave this name to my book, actually meaning a completely different thing. Now I understand why I even gave this name to my book 5 years ago. I just want you to remember, because when I have started writing it, it was addressed to that half of my God help me. I want you to remember. I wanted him to remember who I am and who he is, because I thought when he remembers, then he would be able to do much more magnificent things, even though he had done enough magnificent things and keep on doing a lot of magnificent things. But remember who we are, that we're not accident. Imagine my beautiful queens. So why the one-time life? First of all, if you have, if you just, we don't talk about religions and arguments about it. Think about one life is one the first problem in it is being illogical. If we take pure simple logic, of course, my beautiful queens, pure simple logic, we will see that it, from the very beginning to the very end, it makes no sense whatsoever. Why it makes no sense whatsoever? Because you are your essence. You are not a Play-Doh. Because one time life, first of all, it looks ridiculous from the point of view of creation. So first of all, the religions, they tell you God. The lots of people think God is a person. Let's take a very simple example. We'll take electricity, right? Electricity, it's energy. Can you imagine electricity to be a man? To be a man sitting on the chair and giving set of rules and saying, and you must wear hijab and cover your hair. If you don't cover your hair, haram, haram, it's really bad. You're gonna be come on, girls, can you imagine energy, electricity, to care if you wear long clothes, or if you pray 5 times a day, or if you I don't know, do certain things, and electricity can get angry with you, and you try to turn on the light, you can't turn on the light, and you say, oh, electricity is angry with me. It sounds ridiculous, right? It sounds silly. And of course, electricity is energy, and as Nikola Tesla said, everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. Energy, vibration, and frequency. Energy, vibration, and including, you already told you lots of information who we truly are. So of course, the creative cosmic energy is just much grander than electricity, but it's kind of similar. I'm trying to explain. So can you imagine electricity to be angry with you because you don't follow some rule, because you don't wear hijab, for example? I mean, sometimes women look so beautiful in them, they look beautiful, but I'm sorry, 50 degrees in September in Florida or in Dubai, seeing those poor things dressed up in black, covered up and sweating. I'm sorry, this is ridiculous. So of course, or any rules, and because a religion, unfortunately, why am I so against it? Because it completely, instead of being the light in a history of mankind, it could not be the light, because first of all, it takes you away from the truth of who you are, why you are here, what you are for, what value you have, why you come, what you bring, what is your shine, what is the sense. Because in monotheistic religion tell you about one life, and this is absolutely illogical, because what is one life? Like, it's like God is a person and he has some Play-Doh, and like, oh, let me make, for example, Radha. Let me make Allah. If he made me, he had more than Play-Doh. He probably had more stuff out there. So he makes you, and like, okay, let me just like send you to this family. You are born, you live one life, then you die, and then you go to, according to your religion, the heaven. One description of heaven in Islam really made me smile. And you will be met by 70 virgin maids, and Allah, it's funny that Allah is my name. Allah is gonna take beauty of all 70 virgins and gonna put it on one. My question is, and when a female gets there, am I gonna have 70 virgin men, or I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. So each religion is going to give you their own version of heaven. But okay, so if you were just created and thrown out there to live one life, then everything in your life it doesn't make no sense. So why you are there? People you meet, if there are no past lives. So every person you meet doesn't really mean anything. Every circumstances you're living, everything loses sense completely. Everything loses a one time you live. It absolutely loses any whatsoever sense. There is no sense in one life. Then again, within one life, which is in the point of view of the universal time, of course, it's like a blink of the eye. Rerichs, of course, wrote a lot about it. But when there were always people who were trying to give the knowledge to people what is truly there. Unfortunately, for 600 years, Catholic Church and Christian Church burned all of them in time of Inquisition. Inquisition lasted 650 years. People were tortured and burned and killed, destroyed by cities, by thousands, by millions. Anyone who would say anything against church and say anything against the dogmas, and nowadays the horrible things keep on happening. Why? Because knowledge and is freedom. When you know who you are, when you know what you are, when you know when you are here, not only it's your freedom from anyone who tries to manipulate you and influence you, because who tries to manipulate you, influence? It starts with family, then goes government, then goes society, then goes they all try to manipulate you so you stay small and don't rise and don't do anything, because this is easier. It's easier for certain forces to control you. See, I'm all over the place. So of course, another thing, of course, within one life, it's the same as I said, graduate school, college, university, become a professor all within 1 week. Is that possible? Is it possible to graduate 3 universities within 1 week or 1 month or 1 year? No, because you need time. Each soul, each essence is on different level of development, and of course, within one life, it's not possible to achieve the higher level, and the levels are endless. Is this the only planet? Come on, girls, we all have computers, we all have phones, and we all can already even see the models of the other solar systems, and they discovered 110 similar to our only solar systems. Of course, billions of galaxies. Ours called galaxy, Milky Way, billions of solar systems, billions of other spaces and dimensions, billions, of course. this of course this knowledge is coming out, it's coming out, it's coming out, and it's religions fail, not because people, not because like angry people try to make religions fail. No, religions fail because they no longer can give the answers. Who am I? Oh, God created you. Okay, why then? Why am I dealing with this? So I want to tell you where you can find manual for life. Literally, my beautiful queens. The truth is, that you are immortal and eternal essence, and one life is such a nonsense which I cannot even you can't even grab your mind. It's like thinking that earth is flat, even though somebody thinks about it. Of course there is no one life. And uh, you see, I've read thousands of books. I already know me. I already told you I'm a bookworm. I'm a book maniac. And but when I came with this book, if only life came with the manual. Like they say, if a man came with the manual, that would be good. But we're not going to talk about the man. The thing is, my beautiful queens, if I could stay, no, that's not what it is. If I was a millionaire, I don't know, billionaire, I would print 5 billions of these books, and I would hand them for free. You won't believe it that I already gave probably 150 of these books, because I just gave them to people. Because if you read it, the reason of our emotional pains, my beautiful queens, the reason is our emotional pain, even for those of you who understand that there are many lives. You understand because you know what karma is. You already met your karmic soulmate and he kicked you out of your core. Or you're a twin flames. Hello, let me shake your hand. Because even if you know a lot, there is still a lot of emotional pain. And my beautiful queens, when I get your emails, you know how your emails start. Your emails start with, I've never been happy in my entire life. My parents were horrible. They were abusing me. This man I've met was treating me horribly. I've never seen why. And this comes because you usually from monotheistic religion. Because when you ask this question, why, 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 you raise your head to the sky and you screaming, Allah, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, whatever, why you punishing me? And you don't get the answer. And you get into more pain because no one is punishing you. Girls, hear me please before I die. Hear me before I go to the dimension from where I'm not going to be able to make videos for you. I'm going to leave this legacy to my twin, who's going to live till age 96. Then he would have to come out, like coming out there in the show business. They coming out telling, I am a man and I like men. It's called coming out. I am a homosexual. It's called coming out. What's gonna start happening? I think within next, I don't know, 10, 20 years, it's gonna be coming out as a twin flame. Celebrity, or all those twin flame celebrities are gonna come out and say, I want to come out. I am a twin flame. Okay. And people's gonna say, wow, that's stupid, or wow, this is awesome, depending on what society they're living. This is the biggest fear of my own twin is the society start thinking that he is less than a heavenly angel. He's still important for him. So my beautiful queens, nobody's punishing you. No one sends you all those terrible things to make you suffer. Beauties, my beauties, nothing in your life just happens as coincidence, or it doesn't exist. And this life on this planet, you know what it is? This planet is called Midgard, and also this planet is called, unfortunately has a name, the Valley of Tears. But this particular planet, Midgard Earth, this particular dimension, this is that type of a school which we are getting the maximum of growing as the essence, as the spirit. And beauties, what if I tell you, you yourself, together with your guides and keepers. Who are the guides and keepers? Religion tell you have a guardian angel. There is a truth, but it's just a little different. You have one main being, which is, I call them guides. Some of you have several. First of all, you are never alone. You have so-called soul group. Some of you have soul groups of dozens of souls of different levels. Some of you have thousands. You are never alone. You have, each one of you have the main one, the most like a father to you, like a very advanced spirit, a cosmic being who is constantly watching over you, just like in the legends of guardian angels. You always have them. Then beside that person, you have the keepers. They are called keepers, and the keepers of karma. There are several dimensions there. It's very hard to explain. You are never alone. They always hear you. You are never alone. Forget about it. And you're not. It's not like you're not alone because there are, there is some being. No, you are never alone because there is your main guide. There are guides. There are keepers and keepers of karma, and your soul group. And part of the soul group you have out there in the dimension of spirits is part of them is out there watching you and guarding you and guiding you in the levels of the spirits. Part of them are there. Part of them come and incarnate with you in each of your lives. And you will not believe, if you had difficult childhood and tough youth, the stronger the soul, the more ancient the soul, the tougher childhood, it is planned for the certain incarnation. If you had to deal with tough childhood, and some of our soul groups have to take on the role of extremely tough parents sometimes. Why? My beauties, it's not a coincidence. You yourself decide to incarnate in this world, in this physical, and you decide yourself, your goals, together with guide, keepers, and keepers of karma. All of you decide the way you're gonna look. Even that, yeah. My question was, why am I not Priyanka Chopra? I'm totally, I somehow got into her. I saw a couple of her motivational videos, and I was totally shocked. And then I watched a couple of her movies. If I was a man, I would fall deeply, crazily in love with her, and I would grab her and I would run away with. No, not run away with her, but I would never let her go. What a magnificent woman! You see, I'm jumping from subject. So, anyways, my question would be, why am I not Priyanka Chopra? But I'm not Priyanka Chopra. And anyways, the place you are born, the country, the society, but the most important who is chosen is your parents, because they start building that tough being out of you. And believe it or not, parents are very important. So those who come into your life, even those who come to make your life very tough, those are, of course, the part of your soul group. Then, of course, there come karmic souls who you did something wrong to. And this happens. This is the truth. It's just their truth. If you hurt somebody, and this man is gonna come back, and you will experience similar pain. There is karma in everything, girls. So you have to understand, and you have to stop raising your hand and say, why it happened to me. So life, I am running out of time. Life is the role we choose with guides, keepers for this incarnation, for reaching next level in our development. Life, they say, and they explain, the keepers and the guides, they say, this planet is the stage. Do you remember my beautiful Queen Shakespeare? Do you remember that he said, the life is the theater, each one is an actor? Literally, we are out there in the spirit world. This planet is the stage, the theater. Before we incarnate, like an actor takes on, puts on a costume, puts on the face, the mask he has to perform as the evil guy, Bazigar, I don't know, or the kind guy, a wonderful guy, Veer or somebody like that. If puts on the costume, puts on the mask, takes the scenario, learns and then he goes into this movie and plays the roles. Beauties, this is what we are doing. We are each given a role, a place, and a performance before we incarnate, and nobody comes without agreeing to it. Each one of you agreed. Each one of you has the goal, has something extremely important to bring into this life. Each one of you is magnificent, ancient, wise, extremely powerful being. Yes, we decide together with guides and keepers of karma what role we are going to play in this particular life on this planet. We come and play it. And our soul group, part of them come and play it alongside. Of course, there is a free will. There is a free will, about 10% of free will. And sorry, my language, we can screw up what we have come to do using free will. Those twin flames very often do it, especially male twin flame, because of course twin flame divided in two. So of course there is you both decide, okay, we do this. By this time we're gonna achieve this. By this time we're gonna do this. Then free will, not always the male, female, male can do as well. Female can become scared, can become runner, can refuse, but usually male do it. Of course, free will, if it's not done, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna come back with a similar circumstances, with a similar goals, and you would have to do it. You can't get away from it. You have to do what you have to do. And the manual of understanding everything I have just told you in this book. He's gone into the spirit world, Michael Newton Journey of Souls. This will open you up. Everything. If you read this one, you will read his second and third book. This will tell you what happens after you leave your physical body. What happens then after you are already there. What and how you choose and you decide your next life. And what happens after you decide and choose it. This is life-changing, destiny-changing, everything-changing. I want to talk about this, about how I managed to, especially those karmic soulmate and twin flames, how I finally managed to come out completely come out of 3D twin flame dimension hell, so-called cut off TF. I am cutting, I managed to cut him out off in 3D. Of course, out there is impossible. How I did it, how I managed to do what is impossible. I will share it with you, how not to be in pain and how not to suffer. And I will talk more about this book, Journey of Soul. On Amazon, it's something about $11. Please get it, and you will understand that if you knew this before, your suffering would have ended a long time ago. I will keep on talking in a part 2. Namaste.